Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to my messy desk. You don't usually see that because I usually have it all zoomed in, nice and tidy for you, but here we are. That was the one we did last, and then I want to do this side. So I want to do something that kind of mimics this as it comes out, like I did for this one. That one, I really like what happened here as I kind of used this as inspiration to come out, right? This one, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't have a plan. We're just going to use inspiration to come outward from this. And I am going to use a binder clip to keep my page down. Oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. No, I was using the binder clip on this side to keep the pages from flopping because I have to kind of stand my journal up this way to make that flat on the, like that. Oh, nope, that's not strong enough. I was trying to find something to stand this up. Okay, that'll work. Can you guys see? Nope, that's going to be off a little. Let me turn my camera just a bit. Perfect. Now you'll see, you can see, I can see, it's flat, I can draw. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's Dawn. I do pattern-based drawings. Do I do Zentangle? No, I do not. I do pattern-based drawings and other stuff. Currently working on the back side of my dot journal pages. If you wouldn't mind doing the YouTube-y things, hit the like, hit subscribe. I would appreciate it. I am just over 30,000 subscribers. Would I love to be more than that? Yes, indeed. Do I really care about the YouTube algorithm? No, but it would be really nice if I could get a tiny bit more income from YouTube, just because that's how I pay for my art supplies. And if I want new art supplies, I got to have an income. That's just how it works. You could always, of course, donate over at Buy Me a Coffee if you would like. If you don't want to use the QR code, description is in the description box below. Link is in the description box below. And we're going to continue. These are the colored pencils I'm using as a color palette for the inside on these pages from my Castle Arts colored pencils. I'm using Indian Red, Sepia, Indigo Light, Prussian Green, and Oxide of Chrome. Those are the colors I'm using. Rather than on the other side, on this side, I cut out dots and adhered them. But I'm not doing that on the other side. So, now this won't stand, of course, because I moved it. There we go. Okay, so since these are kind of these wavy, wiggly lines, I am going to use pencil. This one is sort of a focal line here. So it kind of comes out there. This one is sort of a focal line here, so it kind of comes out here. This one comes out here. This one comes out here. And this one ends up over here. So those are going to be my main focus points for this side of this page. Perhaps I will continue this wiggle kind of shape, kind of outward. That. And we're going to continue this one here too. And maybe this one this way. So sort of radiating, and maybe one here. Kind of a sun sort of a shape. Let's start with that. Not sure what I'm doing yet. I never do. But we're going to bring that shape this way. And there was one going this way. Okay, I like that. That gives me some sort of reference. I think I'm going to make them thicker with my brush pen. Because these particular papers are watercolor paper, this one, and it's been coffee dyed or tea dyed or a little combination of both, it takes pen differently. So how you guys doing? I'm surprised I have a voice. I'm still struggling with the allergies. I'm assuming it's air quality. I'm drawing this at, you're seeing it in the middle part of September, but I'm drawing it at the end of July, and we are still experiencing a large number of wildfires in California, and air quality is poor. And because of that, my allergies are going absolutely insane. This, I haven't looked it up this morning to see where the fire up near Chico is at. Let me check that really quick. Fire map California. Currently, as of the moment, there have been 4,613 wildfires in California as of the end of July for this year. There has been one civilian fatality. There have been 402 structures damaged or destroyed, that 73 damaged, and 329 structures have been destroyed. And there have been 3,400 349,522 total emergency responses from the fire department. And this one is just horrific. It is currently it's only 14% contained. It has burned currently 383,619 acres. And let me see if it'll show me a map full size. Will it show me a map full size? Yes. Aha. Look at this. I'm going to turn this off. Look at the size of that fire. This is the size of the city of Paradise, which was nearly decimated the last time there was a fire up there. Look at the size of that fire. It's like, it's almost gone from Chico to the Lassen Volcanic National Park. That's miles and miles and miles. That's just horrific. Anyway, if you see the West Coast, California, there's the fires that we have currently burning at the moment. Yeah, this is why I can't breathe. But my breathing is not even close to being the main issue. The main issue is those poor people who have lost their homes, their livelihoods, their businesses. Absolutely horrific. So if you are the praying kind, if you would please pray for these folks, help give them a little comfort that they're able to rebuild what they've lost. For the family who has lost a loved one, that they may be comforted in their grief, that there may be people that come to help them in whatever way they need help. I'm going to change over to a number 5. I'm just going to kind of give some more like wiggles and squiggles, but I want them to be less squiggly as in here. And there goes my battery. It is dead. Okay, I need to throw this particular battery out. It does not hold a charge. It goes 13 minutes. That stinks. I just took it off the charger and it went 13 minutes. Okay, give me just a second, change my battery, and I will be back. Hang on a second. All right, I'm back. Oops, didn't get my camera in the right place. Let me scooch it over. All right, where were we when I was so rudely interrupted? I was going to draw some more wiggles and squiggles, but not as tightly wound as this. I'm going to do a little bit more of a wide thing. And we're going to do this all the way around. That's cool. I like how that works. And it goes really well with the pattern inside. That, like that. that. Okay. And then this one again. It's going to come this way. And then this one's going to go behind there. Like that. Is that enough? Do I want to do one more round? I think I want to do one more round. This can be challenging. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time to walk. I have to tell it not now. I do not able to get up and walk at this very moment. There we go. I want them to overlap. There we go. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. And now we're just going to color, because do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5. I only have 5 colors. So what are we going to do? We're going to start here, and we're going to rotate through our colors. I want that in the middle of there, and I want that there, I think. Okay. We're going to go, and we're just going to rotate through the colors. I'm going to put the darkest near the, down here there, and lighten as we go outwards. And we're just going to alternate colors. Alright, let's do a card. Have something to talk about. If you guys don't know, if you're new here and you don't know what I'm doing, I got these, I don't know, they're like icebreaker type cards from a thrift store. And it gives me something to talk about. What was the longest trip you have ever gone on? What was special about the trip? Okay, longest as in distance or longest as in the most uh, most time I've been away from home? Because that question could be either way, couldn't it? Longest as in distance, and probably close to being the longest I've been away from home, both. So it might be the same trip. No, different trips. Okay, let me tell you about my trips. Been on a few. Uh, Longest away from home has been my trip with my oh, that didn't go. I didn't do that right. Goes that way. The trip I took when I was a senior in between my junior and senior years in high school, we had a trip that was through the school. It was sort of I think it went through the history department. And we went to Europe. We started in Italy. Yeah, we started in Italy. And we went up through Switzerland, Germany, France, and then across to England. And we were gone most of the summer. I don't remember how long the trip was now. It was so long ago. Good gracious. It's been nearly 50 years since that trip. Good God. The trip happened at the end of the 70s. I believe it was summer of 1978. Lord have mercy. Anyways, that was the longest distance I've ever traveled. And it may have been the longest I've ever been away. Because at this point, I do not recall how long we were gone. It was well over 3 weeks, I believe. Might have been a whole month. Might have been longer than that. I don't recall. I did that. No, wrong direction. I keep setting them down in the wrong order. I ended up with the two greens next to each other. I didn't want that. Oh well. That's how I ended up. The two greens are next to each other. But a couple of other long trips I've taken is we had a couple of long family road trips. When I was, gosh, how old was I? I was probably 10 or 12, somewhere in there. Our family took a road trip, and we drove from Southern California all the way across the country to our our initial plan was to go to Ohio, but since we were already quote unquote so close, we also went to all the way across, and we went to Washington D.C., to Virginia. We put our feet in the Atlantic Ocean, which was oh so exciting to us because we'd only ever seen the Pacific Ocean. I remember being in Ohio with my stepdad's family at 4th of July, which was weird for me because of our wildfire situation. California is what's called a safe and sane, highly regulated fireworks area, and some of our cities don't even allow fireworks. Some of them do, but if you do have them, you're supposed to be only a safe and sane firework, which, of course, most people nowadays don't even adhere to, and they just go get fireworks from wherever they can. Usually from Mexico, because we're fairly close to the Mexican border. I mean, it's within a day's drive. Yeah, so I had never seen some of these fireworks before. They were exciting and scary at the same time, because I had only seen fireworks that did those kinds of, aerial things, or like Roman candles that you held and scary. I'd never seen them before. So I vividly remember that. I vividly remember on that trip we went. I don't remember if we drove to Ohio from along the sort of the northern states. I think that's what we did. I think we drove to Ohio on the northern states. And then we drove after our visit with the family there. Then we drove all the way across through Virginia, saw where my mom grew up in Virginia, drove around the White House. Did we get out and see anything? No, we just drove past. Stuck our feet in the water, like I said, at the Atlantic Ocean. Then we drove through the more southern states. Ended up in, I remember going to Carlsbad Caverns. I remember going to Four Corners and standing where 4 states meet. That I remember doing. I don't know, I wasn't very old, but I was old enough to have some memories, not like I was tiny. We were in the back of a Ford Bronco Jeep in a way that wouldn't be allowed today. It was pre-mandatory seatbelt laws, so they had taken mom and stepdad had taken out the back seat, and instead we had a big mattress laid out. So we were basically, my sister and I laid down during most of the trip. I saw a lot of sky. Saw a lot of sky going by. We did a lot of coloring. We did a lot of game playing. We had a German Shepherd dog with us. He sat on me all the time. I was like, dog, get off. And I don't remember if we camped. We must have camped. My parents couldn't have afforded hotels the whole way along, so we must have camped. There's a lot of that trip I don't remember. And then more as an adult, I went with my husband's family prior to us being married. Prior to us being married? No, it was after we were married. It was after we were married. And we drove, we did camping, and we drove up the West Coast through Oregon and Washington, up to visit my husband's cousin in Canada on the island of, well, they live in Victoria. I don't remember what the island is called. But they live in Victoria. So we went to Vancouver, went across, took the ferry, went across to the island, went to Butchart Gardens, visited with them for a while. And then we drove across Canada to Banff and Lake Louise. And then we went down through Idaho and Nevada through to home. That was a long road trip. So how's that for trip memories? Did that answer the question? Did I answer the question? I don't know. I guess I did. Oh, goodness sakes. What's with the batteries today? My next battery is telling me I don't have battery. What did the batteries do? Has it been too hot? That's highly likely. It's just sucked the life out of my batteries. At least this one went a little longer. 20 minutes, though, is not long enough. What the heck? This is going to have to be a three time edit. Ugh, how annoying. Okay, well, I'll be back in a second. Give me just a moment. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully this one lasts for the rest of this video. This may be the only thing I do today because of battery issues. Good gracious. What the heck? Alrighty. careful not to color on my page before it. So I put a little scrap paper in there just so I'm not coloring on my dot there. I'm kind of annoyed that I ended up with the two greens next to each other. Really could have just gone through my colors and gotten one more color. And then that wouldn't have happened. You know? Could have done that. Could have got another blue. Too late now. If I ever have another thing where I need to do something like this, I will go in my stash and get another blue that goes with, so that I have 6 colors and not 5. All right, we're almost done. Almost done. Coloring always takes longer than drawing, you know. We are still working on our bathroom. Living in a construction zone is just annoying, you know that? Oh, and our toilet gave up the ghost the other night. I was like, nope, I'm not working anymore. You said you were going to replace me with this remodel, and even though we didn't need to replace it yet, it's not yet in the plan. Apparently the toilet thought so, because it just stopped flushing. And it wasn't something my husband could fix. It wasn't that it wouldn't flush, because you can reach in there and you can just manually flush. It's that it wouldn't fill. I don't know what was going on with the filler, but it wouldn't fill. So that was fun. Luckily, quite some time back, we had changed out my son's toilet because he didn't like it. I don't remember why. Oh, it was before we remodeled his bathroom. And we had bought him a toilet, but it had the flusher, instead of being on the side of the tank, it was on the top of the tank. But because of the way the house was built, it had one of those funky counters. You know, those counters back in the 80s, where they, for some unknown reason, brought a tiny bit of countertop up and over the edge of the toilet. You guys know the one. Anyway, we had bought him a toilet, and not thinking that you couldn't get your hand up underneath that little edge to flush the toilet very easily. We just thought, oh, this is a cool toilet because it's got the dual flush. So, you know, if you do not have any solids, it has it uses less water and just does a small flush. And if you have more solids, then it uses more water to get that down. And so I had like this dual flush thing, which we thought was very cool, very water saving. And, you know, we live in a very dry climate here, and saving water is always a good thing. So we had bought this toilet, and then it turned out to be not very practical. So then when we remodeled his bathroom, we got him a regular flushy toilet with the handle on the side. And put the other one in the garage because it was still a really good toilet. And we really didn't care much for the toilet in our bathroom. We knew that one day we would replace it with that one because our bathroom didn't have a counter over the top of the toilet. And it just never got replaced, never got switched out, and it was been sitting in the back of the garage for ages and ages. Like, I don't know. When was the great remodel? The great flood of... It was the great flood of 2009. Was when we had to remodel his bathroom, not by choice, but by necessity because we had a flood in that bathroom. And so it's been sitting there for some time. So at least we had a toilet to replace. And it was in the plan to replace the toilet during this remodel, but that was going to be like one of the last things we were going to do. I don't have a shower. I don't have any sinks in that bathroom, but I still had a toilet, so I could still get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom in my own ensuite. But the toilet had other plans. So last night, my husband manhandled those toilets up and down the stairs by himself. I was hoping he would... kind of thinking he was going to wait a few more days until my son came home for the weekend so that he could help him, or at least call our friends that live not too far from us and have them come over and help him carry a toilet. But no, he did it by himself. He's going to be paying for it today, though. I know he's going to be super stiff and sore. I believe he has a massage scheduled for tomorrow. So that's good. He's going to need it. You know, I don't need this part anymore. But anyway, that's how the bath remodel is coming. Very slowly. My husband really only has 1 or 2 days a week. Usually only 1 day a week to work on it. So it's moving, but it's moving at a snail's pace. But we're at the point now where we need to get the plumber and Tyler in to... he knows when he's to the point where there are things he can't do on his own, and I think we're just about to that point. And he needs some consultation by some professionals. I have no idea how long this video is going to be because since I've had to restart 3 times, I mean, I have 3 different files that I have to stitch together. I have no idea how long is it going to be. Well, for only another 10 minutes, 20, 30, maybe it might be about the same length as a normal video for me. 40 to 45 minutes. We'll see. These colors are so muted compared to what I normally do. And that's just the color palette I started with. I was like, oh, we're going to continue that color palette. Muted colors, so that the whole book is cohesive. All right, we're done. That looks cool though. With these through the window, they go together, but they're not the same. So like if I put just a blank piece underneath here, it's fine as its own standalone piece of art. And then with that, that's just very cool. I like how this is coming out. This whole journal thing is coming out really, really fun. Just having a great old time, you know? It actually goes this way. You guys are seeing it kind of upside down. So that's what it should look like. Let me get this over here so it stays. All right. That's what it looks like as its final result. That looks cool. I like it. You guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.